is the BRS comfortable with looking at this idea, at least sitting on the table and discussing it? Fundamentally, do you believe that India does need lesser election cycles in the country?
Definitely. No. See, I believe that...
Sir, this is for Khaliqur Rahman. This is for Khaliqur Rahman. Yes, go ahead.
Good evening, Shivani, and good evening to all my co-panelists. So when we are debating about the one election, one poll, in fact, I have got the huge, doubts over the conduct of the elections.
Why? Because in 1967, the population of the country was only, the voting population was only 17 crores. Today we have almost about 91 crores. The
yes,
voting
sir.
population.
I asked O.P. Rawat that question.
Exactly. I'm coming to that.
Yes,
I'm coming to that. So, and moreover, what happens is because as my co-panelist from Andhra Pradesh was saying that we have so many regional parties here today. Because in 1967, we didn't have even a single regional party, if I remember, because it used to be only one party, that is the Congress. But later on, it's especially in the state of Andhra Pradesh in 1983, it was N.T. Ramarao who floated the Telugu Desam party, because every state was feeling and every region was feeling that somehow the aspirations of that particular region was being neglected by the national parties. So because of that, the regional parties came into existence. And another thing is because we don't have the kind of the infrastructure in the country to have the simultaneous elections.
No, but sir, can I just come in? With due respect,
so
Khaliqur Rahman, whether we have the infrastructure, and one second, I'm going to come back to you. Whether we have the infrastructure and whether the population has increased so much that we cannot handle them. I asked that to the expert on the show, and I think we should leave the experts, which are the Election Commission, to decide on that. On your political argument, of the regional parties, I take that point, and that's the big worry that's coming to light. But why do you feel that regional parties' prospects will be hurt when we have seen in recent times that public votes very intelligently? They know who they want in the center and they know who they want in the state. So when that hasn't affected states like Andhra Pradesh or Odisha, why should it affect other states?
So it is not about the state's interest or the state political parties getting affected. But what is important here is because today we are talking about the EVMs, but there is a huge demand coming up from different political parties and also from the people that the EVMs should be replaced with the ballot.
No, I'm sorry, Khaliqur Rahman, there is no such demand by the public, and these questions have been looked into. I'm sorry, I'm not going to take this debate into that direction. No, I'm sorry. As a responsible news channel, I am not going to further these absolutely misplaced doubts and fake stories about the EVMs. That debate is settled.
And apart from that, see, because as far our polls are concerned, because there is a history of the violence, so it's also not that easy.
Again, so I asked O.P. Rawat that question. So Mr. Khaliqur Rahman, your final thoughts as well? That it would be crucial for the opposition to not be seen as opposing it only because Narendra Modi has suggested this. Mr. Rahman, go ahead.
Government has already constituted the committee headed by former President of India. So there is a need for a detailed deliberation on this and work out the modalities as to how this can be made possible. But before we finally going for adopting this, I think there has to be a kind of a prototype. We should try to do it. But anyway, because there are some states where the parliament and the assembly elections are being held. Even in, during United Andhra Pradesh, we had the Lok Sabha and the assembly elections.
Yes.
Going to polls together.
Yes.
So I think what is important is, as Mr. Rawat said, we need to actually, ramp up our infrastructure and also the security forces and make sure that the elections are held in a very peaceful manner, and it is only the modality which needs to be discussed. And as Mr. Amar very rightly said, that all the political parties' opinion has to be taken into account, and then there should not be even an iota of the suspicion, as he said. So then only I think, the Prime Minister can bring everyone on board.